When Ben Johnson came on as the head coach of the Chicago Bears, he talked about the importance of finding a coaching staff that was going to support him with veterans. And he's assembled probably one of the most talented Bears coaching staff that we've ever seen. The question that we're going to answer today is just that. Is this the deepest and most talented coaching staff the Chicago Bears have ever had? We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. We got C-Dub, Bobby, myself, Hayes, all in the building today. Fellas, outside of me indeed having that shit on, because this is some of the best Bears drip I've ever seen in my life. But outside of that, the Bears got a new drip with their coaching staff. Star-studded coaching staff. Ben Johnson, one of the hottest names out in the coaching market, the hottest name out in the coaching market this offseason. Added Dennis Allen, a former head coach. Declan Doyle, an up-and-coming guy that a lot of people were talking about. We even added Eric Bieniemy yesterday as our running back coach. This is a guy that people thought should get a head coaching job a couple of years ago, even though he has a reputation of being an asshole. We'll talk a little bit about that. Press Taylor, Bill Johnson. We got guys on this coaching staff. We haven't been able to go out and sign free agents yet, but the Bears are assembling a very deep coaching staff here. How you guys feel?
How I feel about it, I just got to give the nod and give an applause to Ryan Poles for building a very a rational and a very I want to say entertaining, very enthusiastic coaching staff. Let's just think the way they built it. Ben Johnson, the most heralded guy coming out of the last season, the Bears were able to acquire this guy. That's a good for the Bears. Then you go to Dennis Allen. We need some experience in here. This guy got 30 years of experience. You want a guy that you can mold. You look at an up-and-coming guy that can mold to be a future head coach of an up-and-coming franchise or get promoted inside the organization and decline Doyle as the offensive coordinator. And then you get a guy that's really, I would say, blackballed or really ain't get a fair share, if you want to say. And
let's be clear here. He is an asshole, but
yeah,
you know what? Honestly, if this was the 90s, people wouldn't make such a big deal about Eric Bieniemy being an asshole. That goes to the people are like, y'all really happy about signing Eric Bieniemy? He's a dick to play. Sometimes some of these motherfuckers need somebody to be a dick to them.
Absolutely. I'm with you, Drip. I like that. Some teams need that. I think our team last year needed a guy like that. So this is a good job from Ryan Poles.
AC Doe showing his point. He completely missed the joke. It went over the top.
It did, bro. I ain't ate breakfast. I'm sorry.
I said, sometimes you need a coach that's a dick. He says, yeah, I like that. I said, oh, so you like dick? And you just kept talking.
Oh, damn, bro. You snuck one in. Excuse me. But I like what they did, man. You got to give props out to Ryan Poles at this stage. He still got a lot of work to do, but what we've seen thus far has to be great. You have to feel happy what he got.
Yeah, I say that. Hey, man, you look around. This is probably one of the best coach staffs that I've seen in a very long time, at least for my Chicago Bears. Yeah, we had the hot name in Matt Nagy. We had the guy that came from the CFL and Mark Trestman. We had the guy come out of left field and Matt Eberflus. But to go out there and get the guy that everybody wanted, that everybody knew that his offense was, poised to do good things, and you went out there and got him. And instead of pivoting and doing something stupid that Matt Eberflus did and going to get rookies to pair up with him and just acting like his job was just going to be a cakewalk, Ben Johnson went the opposite route. He's going to get former players that are not just former players, but former players that has a beautiful track record for where they come from not only as the coaches, but as players as themselves. And all these guys are no nonsense guys. And to Drip's point, who gives a shit if Eric Bieniemy is calling guys out for their lack of effort or their lack of execution when it comes to doing your job? Do we somehow forget that all these great coaches that went into these playoff series, these playoff games in the Super Bowl, what do they always talk about? Guys have to do their job. So if a guy's not doing their job, I'm pretty damn confident that this coaching staff is going to hold guys accountable. So I got to show a lot of love to it. Yes, we got ways to go. Yes, we do still got some things to put in place before we, march on the field and face off and put the helmets on and strap them up. But as of right now, the talent is there. The structure is there. You seeing it coming from the top. George, stop being a cheap ass. Kevin Warren playing pressure, and we gonna do this shit the right way. The process has lined up. Now we just need the players to carry the vision.
Yeah, I mean, I said this, but even before this offseason happened with the coaching staff, like there's no salary cap on coaches. Salary cap on roster, but no salary cap on coaches. There's no excuse if you want to go out there and spend money on your coaches. There's nothing limiting how much you need to spend or want to spend. And so the Bears, we heard that Kevin Warren was given a blank check, right? That basically saying that money was not going to be something that got in the way. They immediately went out and make Ben Johnson one of the top 10 paid coaches in the league. We then go out and mix it a nice mix of experience and some young guys as well. When you look at Press Taylor and Declan Doyle, like I love the way that this staff is just all coming together, and you can see where everybody's going to fit and how everybody's really going to own their own position groups and their own jobs and what they do. And you know what? Another thing that I like about this, and this is a thing that's underrated that a lot of people haven't talked about. Eric Bieniemy draws up plays. Declan Doyle draws up plays. Ben Johnson draws up plays. We could have one of the most creative offensive playbooks and deepest offensive playbooks in the game of football next year as they build. Everybody's going to have their own perspective on the group. They come together as a coaching staff and decide on the type of plays and identity they want to have. I'm really excited about what this could bring for the future of the Bears, man.
Absolutely agree with that. And also, I would like to add, remember last year, and we was talking about this culture change that was going to come. I always had in the back of my mind, how could it be a culture change and you kept the coach? But I was always ready to see what happens throughout the season. Now this seems like a real culture change with the former players. You got a new coach, which was the first. Well, you should start first if you want a culture change. I think we might see a culture change. And one more thing, Richard Hightower is the one thing that I'm thinking like he from the old. He probably one of the ones. He is one from the old regime. Is y'all cool with Richard here for real, or I don't know, Richard? I just got a question mark about
special
Richard.
teams wasn't a problem. I'm perfectly fine. Special teams was not an issue for me. I never looked at special teams and thought, oh, this is a problem. I think we're fine there. I'm not mad at him staying.
Okay, I kind of think that he got to stay. This is real petty. Maybe y'all could call it petty if you want, because they scored the touchdown in the last game. Because it wasn't nothing really fantastical about the special teams this season. What was
but it's not about special teams. Isn't going to be fantastical though. It's special teams. I think when you look at it, like let's be clear here, like the special teams in a lot of games save the Bears bacon, bro. So like the special teams isn't going to be something that most people look at and be like, oh my God, you see they special teams. But I think the fact that in a tumultuous season where the season was shit, you could talk about shit on the offense, shit on the defense. The one thing nobody really could complain about is the special teams. We had no Velus Jones on special teams, so there was nothing to complain about. So why change?
Okay, I hear you guys. But if you really want to make a culture change, don't you want to change everything? But I get it. I'm going to stay back and because it really isn't that big of a deal. I agree with you, but it's just something about Richard Hightower still here. And the mission, it seems like that we going like a culture change. He's still a part of that old regime, but it's probably not that big of a deal.
But I mean, not everything in the old regime was bad just because you want a culture change. You want to keep some of the things that are good. Like you still got Ryan Poles, you still got Kevin Warren. So there's already going to be some things that stay the same. And I think because of it being like the best thing you can hope for what special teams, like, of course you can hope for like having a scoring special teams or anything like that. But if we're just talking about baseline, the best thing that you can hope for is that it's not hurting your team. Special teams didn't hurt us at all last year, at least in my opinion. What do you think?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that special teams is it for me. What stood out was you was able to you know what I'm saying, put your defense in a great position by flipping the field with your punter, and I think he's only going to get better. My only question is what's going on with my kicker. If I can't trot this guy here to go ahead and kick a 60-yarder, I got a question, because that's what happened towards the end of the season. We know that he's accurate when you do give him an opportunity, but I'm still looking at my guy like, hey bro, that last few games, it was, I forgot which game it was. You're talking about, it was like 50, 55, I think like 55 or something like that. And they like, nah, that's out of range right now. Maybe could have been win conditions or whatever. But I will say that, hey, they found something in DeAndre Carter. They let go of Vegas Jones, and Richard Hightower made some strides, and it was being reported that a lot of guys, they were happy to see him stay. And he seems like in his statement that he was able to come to terms within himself, like, hey, I like Ben's vision. I'm gonna go out there and give him, everything that I have. And I believe that with Matt Eberflus, he held his coaches back, in my opinion. Playing that soft ass defense, constantly want to throw the screen, and then you look at your special teams. How the hell we just now seeing a great play like that at the last game of the season when you had nothing else to play for the last 4 weeks other than your pride? And that should have been something that should have been placed out there prior. I don't really necessarily had a issue with it. I just hope that he keeps it tight and improve it.
Okay. In fact, I agree with that. When you look at this coaching staff, is there any C-Dub, yours may have been the special teams, but are there any concerns you guys have for anybody on this coaching staff?
It was just a special teams for me. Go ahead.
Special teams.
Oh, I don't have a concern with none of the guys that's been brought on. There's been people that I don't know about. Declan Doyle, that's fine. He's not calling the plays, guys. He's gonna be in. He's a guy that was vouched for by Sean Payton. Something that I will take to heart if I'm a coach. Like, okay, this is a young fella who's been brought up. He's younger than a lot of players that we might have. You know what I'm saying, around the league, but you need innovation. Like, we've sat here, beat the damn desk, damn near kicked over our computer screens for the lack of innovation. We got to give younger guys an opportunity. But to Hayes' point earlier, the mix of experience with the youthfulness is how you build something sustainable, in my mind, and at least be able to keep things fresh, have innovative minds in your within your coaching staff. I think that's the key. I think that's most important. And once again, for the final point, they brought in guys that are not on, they've played their positions that they're going to coach at, and they succeeded as players and they succeeded as coaches. And these people have winning mentalities. You think Eric Bieniemy is going to come in and tell Rojo, hey, bro, you got to hit the hole, or you got to be able to hit that swing pass. Caleb, I need Swift to have that ball in his hands on time. And Swift, you got to get north and south. He's going to let guys know what it is. And I think that Antoine Randall is going to be able to pull the best out of whoever our entire wide receiver core is going to be. So I don't have no issues. I believe all these guys deserve a fair shot. We cannot carry over anything from Matt Eberflus's tenure over to the new coaching staff. I guess a little bit minus Hightower because we've seen him. But other than that, we got to give everybody a chance.
Hey, Drip.
Yeah, go ahead.
Drip, I gotta ask a favor for you, because I think you are a very eloquent gentleman. And I can't spit this take out without being very disrespectful to Doyle, and I don't think he deserves it. Can you eloquate how Doyle's job is not gonna be that hard, or is it dumbed down? See, I can't say it. It's gonna be dumbed down because he's not gonna be calling the plays. He's not gonna be a traditional offensive coordinator. Can you eloquate that how important his job is going to be, by also eloquating how dumbed down his job is?
That's the thing. I don't think his job's going to be, just because he's not calling plays doesn't mean he's still not in there doing everything that an offensive coordinator does. Keep in mind, Ben Johnson has to oversee everything now as a head coach, right? He has to oversee everything. Yes, he's still going to call plays. Yes, his specialty is still offense, but he still has to have his hand in everything, and he's still learning the job on the fly. Like, Declan may not be calling the plays, but I guarantee you he's helping come up with the game plan. I guarantee you he's helping come up with looking at what the other team's doing and talking to and motivating the guys, organizing the offense. He may not call, but he's going to be a big part of organizing it. So just because Declan Doyle was young and he's not calling plays, I don't think it's going to be this job where he's just a pseudo head of an offensive coordinator by title alone. I think he's going to have a huge still role in what's going on with this team and this offense. Like the main thing of all of this, right? And they've talked about it. Like they kept Caleb in mind for everything. And you got to look at everything that we got going on as well. We got to find a way to get our wide receiver routes more creative, right? We got to integrate Cole Kmet way more than what he was last year. We got to get this running game in order. We got to get the offensive line in order. And I know we have offensive line coaches, we got running back coaches, we got wide receiver coaches, but that's still the coordinator's job to get everybody on the same page so where they can operate as an offense. He still has a very, very important job, brother.
I agree with that as well. I think that his job is going to be most important leading up to game day, obviously, because I think that like me and Steve, we talked about it when we broke the news about Eric Bieniemy yesterday. Matt Eberflus, he screwed up because he only wanted to just make sure his side of the ball was good. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that he never peeked in on special teams and offense, but it sure the hell looked that way. And Ben Johnson he has a former head coach on the defensive side, an experienced guy on the special team. He's bringing in no-nonsense guys on the offensive side. He's going to be heavily involved with that. But I think Doyle is going to be the guy that leads the way along with Antoine Red-Dewell and all the other offensive coaches to carry the message throughout the week, to make sure that in damn minicamp, players are not coming out weeks into the season like, yeah, we kind of knew that in training camp we were screwed. What? Yeah. Like that should have never been allowed. If you feel like something is wrong in mini camp and especially training camp, you already screwed up your season, because that's when the preparation starts to becoming a winning franchise, to becoming a winning team for said season. So I agree with you with everything you said, Hayes. His job during the week is going to be very, very important, because Ben Johnson, he can't focus only on the outside. So the film watching, the game planning, it's going to have to be a collaborative effort for everybody.
Ooh, it's going to be interesting, because I think I agree with you, Drip, but I think he also going to spend extra time on the offense. I'm talking about Ben Johnson more than the defense, because he's an offensive guy. I liken it to like, it's too much. Is he Matt Nagy, my man Doyle in Kansas City? Is he Matt Nagy? Is that a good comparison?
What you mean though?
Matt Nagy is the offensive coordinator, but Andy Reid calls the plays on game day. Is it the same thing?
You keep trying to make a way to try to lessen what Doyle, bro. We just laid it out.
Wait.
The same question in different way, bro.
Observation. I'm not trying to lessen it. I'm trying to make the chat understand that, saying that he doesn't have a legitimate job. Like, he's not a legitimate offensive coordinator. I've been hearing that a lot since he's been acquired by the Chicago Bears. I'm just saying, look at Matt Nagy, how important he is to the Kansas City Chiefs. He's just like Matt Nagy. He's just like Matt Nagy.
I see the correlation in the way.
I can see where you're getting at with that. But I mean, I think we haven't really seen it. Like we haven't had a first practice yet. We can't.
Oh yeah. Let me slow down. Yeah, you're right, Trip. Let me slow down.
We haven't even practiced yet. Right? So, we'll see. I will say this: the thing that I'm excited, and this isn't a knock on Ben Johnson, but mainly because you could start seeing what was supposed to be our strength last year in that secondary start sliding. I think I am excited to see what Dennis Allen does. Dennis Allen's already talked about Kyler Gordon is about to be an important part of what he has going on. And I think Dennis Allen is going to scheme Kyler Gordon. We could be talking about a Pro Bowl season for Kyler Gordon, bro. With the way that Dennis Allen is talking about how he wants to scheme him, it could be a really big season for that.
Yeah, bro, because you see, like, in the aggressiveness that he's preaching and the production that you watch from their corners, you know what I'm saying, with their style of play in New Orleans while he was DC under Sean Payton, it was an aggressive style of defense. We're going to play pass coverage. Our best corner is going to move around with the number one wide receiver on the opposing team. And if you feel like you got that guy in Kyler Gordon, which I believe we do, I believe he's a hell of a nickel cornerback, that he can go out there, he can cover up the flats, he can blitz when you need him, he's solid in the run game, so he gives you every opportunity to be able to aggressively attack. And if you want to send extra rushes at a quarterback, you know what I'm saying, in a crucial moment of the game, that's the type of player that you need to be able to utilize in an effective way. Because if we just look at the last game from last week, in a crucial moment, Spags over there for Kansas City dialed up that corner blitz, and that was one of the deciding factors of the game. Obviously, other things matter within the course of the game, but that one specific play pretty much damn near sealed up everything for the Super Bowl run that the Kansas City Chiefs are trying to cash in on. So I would love to see him utilize Kyler Gordon in a very, very effective way, and I'm hoping that Jaquan Brisker, go buy you a Guardian cap, bro. Go buy you a Guardian cap. Put it on because we need you back there. Yeah. We need you back there.
With him and Roshan, they got to put him on, bro. They got to put him on, bro, because we can't afford. Well, like I said, I think either way the Bears got to draft a safety. That's my personal opinion. I would love to see them draft a safety in this draft, not only just because of Jaquan Brisker and his injury history, but next year's the last year on Kevin Byard's deal. So you got to start trying to look and find your future safety, in my opinion. So I would love to see that happen, but I want to see this team fully healthy, and I hope that Tyreek Stevenson as well. Dennis Allen motivating Tyreek Stevenson. It's clear that Hail Mary play, he was never the same after. He showed some flashes, I think, in the last 3 games, where he started to shake that off, but it was clear he was never the same guy after that. We got to build him back up as well because he's a really important part of this defense also.
I agree with that, and Dennis Allen loves the secondary that we have, and that's one. Hey, I talked about Eberflus down there the whole show. I give him credit for finding defensive backs because the Bears got some defensive backs that have been on the team or brought in and maybe moved to the practice squad. And you like, damn, who the hell is Reddy Stewart? Damn, we want to see more Terrell Smith. Players like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I'm interested to see how they utilize all these different position groups to give us an attacking defense. I talked about the Chicago Bears getting quarterback put on the damn ground in crucial moments. I'm tired of last season we went through 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8, and teams will convert. I don't want to see teams convert that often against my team when we need to be getting defense off the field and offense onto the field so we can run it up.
I completely agree with you. So we got a lot that we need to work on, but it seems like we got the right staff to do. Now we just got to hope it's going to all come together, but I think this is going to be a fun season to break everything down. We still got a long way before we know the final roster as well. Somebody said 81 days until the draft. So we got a long time before we get through that. But I tell you what, the journey there is about to be fun. This offseason's already been a crazy offseason. So we're not done yet. Y'all already know we're going to stay around, even though Dub, I don't know. I think he had to go pay his dark skin tax. That's why he had to run up out of here. But no, man, we appreciate you guys for coming through on a Sunday, sticking it out with us, man. Make sure you guys are following us. So anything left, Bob, before
we just appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, lock in, and you never know, it might be some new things on the way. You never know.
You never know. There's something going on in the background that I'm kind of excited by, but we're not gonna tease it. It is what it is, man. Make sure you guys are following us at Shy Bear Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ChicagoBearCentral@gmail.com. Oh, shut up. What up, Dub? You want to go pay that dark skin tax? What happened?
Bro, I don't know what happened. My damn
you got to get rid of that Xfinity, bro. You got to upgrade that internet, bro.
Xfinity, it's been good. This happened like once a year, once every 6 months.
Bro, Pat had 2 days where his upload speed was 4 megabytes, not 4. For 2 days straight.
Damn, with Xfinity? Damn.
Yeah.
Where he live? The Lincolnshire? What the fuck? Ain't no towers within 15 miles of that nigga. What the fuck?
No, but anything Dub before we get out of here, brother?
Oh, did you guys who would be the most influence on Ben Johnson?
No, I talked about how I'm excited. We talked a little bit of my excitement for what Dennis Allen's going to bring to this defense. I think that's what we got into right before you left. But who are you most excited about? Go ahead, brother.
Eric Bieniemy.
Okay.
I like him for the players. He's going to hold them accountable, and plus his experience on the offensive side of the ball. Did he get that moniker as assistant head coach? I don't know if that's
no. That's Antoine Randall, right?
Yeah,
Antoine
I think he's assistant head coach.
Okay, well, I think he can add a lot to Ben Johnson when it comes to strategy, play design, and actually play calling. So I think he should look to Eric Bieniemy. Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, he will. I mean, listen, I think that this coaching staff is all going to work in synergy. I think that Ben Johnson, he isn't like Matt Eberflus. Matt Eberflus hired people so he can be like, oh, I ain't got to worry about that. I really feel like Ben Johnson's hiring people, not to say that they are going to take some things off the plate, absolutely, but he hires them more with the mindset of let's get everybody on the same page for a collaborative effort. That's what it feels like it's going to be different under Ben Johnson than Matt Eberflus for sure.
Absolutely.
Bet it up.
One band, one sound in this motherfucker.
That's all we need. If not, y'all ass standing in the rain.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Oh, and by the way, hold on. Before we go, let me have my petty moment of the show. I gotta have one petty moment every live show. I'm not cursing nobody out though, because the same motherfuckers that was in here saying, oh my God, why is Kevin Warren putting his nose in everything? Kevin Warren's interfering. Now that everything's worked out, oh my God, this is the Kevin Warren impact on everything. This is Kevin Warren. Y'all are so bipolar. This is what I love y'all and I hate y'all at the same. Bears fans I really can't wait till we start winning because I hope some of y'all just stop bitching at that point. And I've seen it. I've taken. I told y'all I'm petty. The same people that I looked at that said, "Why are we talking about Jaden Daniels even being an option?" Then turn around and was like, "Oh, we got it wrong. We should have drafted Jaden Daniels." Is the same bipolar motherfuckers that was 3 weeks ago saying, why is Kevin Warren involved in the coaching staff? He's stepping on Ryan Post. Kevin Warren just wants all the glory. Now they're sitting there saying, oh my God, look at the impact Kevin Warren's having on everything. Y'all what's wrong with y'all?
Bro.
We told y'all to pump the brakes. I'm just saying. Relax.
Why are we so reactive, bro? Like, I didn't realize menopause was going on so much with grown-ass men, bro.
That's just the nature of a Chicago Bears fan, bro. At least for the last
like
5
the
years.
Bears fans know that they will bitch about something and then turn around and then the same exact thing they was bitching about, like, see, yeah, look, we're in there. The fuck?
We got evidence. Can't lie. We got evidence in the clouds,
bro. So I keep track. The pettiness don't just stop. I keep track of everything. But anyway, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all following us at Chi Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, chicagobearscentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-242-9336, with the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related. And we'll see y'all on the next one.